Hey guys, what's up? This is the fourth and final video detailing the Duel Links selection box, and this time we will be covering the normal cards, the easiest of which to access. The last set of cards include Bladefly. This is a wind insect level 2 with 600 attack and 700 defense, and its effect is, as long as this card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all wind monsters by 500 points, and decrease the attack of all earth monsters by 400 points. This can make the other wind monsters boosted by 500 attack, which is a decent increase. Add this with a field spell, and that is an additional 1000 attack points, making this 1600 attack. The issue being that you need to protect this card, otherwise your opponent will just attack this monster first. Enchanted Javelin is a normal trap card that says, target one attacking monster, gain life points equal to its attack. The life point boost with a strong monster can pad your life points for the turn, but there is a better card called Draining Shield, which also negates the attack. Secret Pass to the Treasures is a normal spell card that says, select one face-up monster with an attack equal to 1000 points or less on your side of the field. During the turn this card is activated, the selected monster can attack your opponent's life points directly. This can be useful if your opponent has few life points, or if they have a battle infliction effect. Dark Cat with White Tail is an Earth Beast level 2 with 800 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is flip, return 2 monster cards on your opponent's side of the field, and 1 monster card on your side of the field to their owner's hands. This makes you return 2 of your monsters, and 1 of your opponents. However, you need this to last on the field to use this effect. Inscription is a normal trap card that says excavate the top card of your opponent's deck, and if it is a monster, that can be normal summoned or set, special summon it to your side of the field, otherwise add that card to your opponent's hand. This can let you steal your opponent's monster, however, if it is not a monster or cannot be normal summoned, they gain the card 1 turn early. Starboy is a Water Aqua level 2 with 550 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is, as long as this card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all water monsters by 500 points, and decrease the attack of all fire monsters by 400 points. This works with a Mako Tsunami style of deck, and paired with Yumiruka, can make your water attributes 1000 attack points stronger. Bubonic Vermin is an Earth Beast level 3 with 900 attack and 600 defense, and its effect is flip. You can special summon 1 Bubonic Vermin from your deck in face down defense position, then shuffle your deck. This can protect your life points by summoning another copy of itself, or to be used for a tribute. Piranha Army is a Water Fish level 2 with 800 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is, the battle damage this card inflicts by attacking your opponent's life points directly is doubled. This can do double damage, which can cause your opponent to lose, and works well in combination with a Secret Pass to the Treasures. Milus Radiant is an Earth Beast level 1 with 300 attack and 250 defense, and its effect is, as long as this card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all Earth monsters by 500 points, and decrease the attack of all wind monsters by 400 points. This is able to boost your Earth attributes, combined with Gaia Power the field spell to provide 1000 more attack points. Magical Merchant is a light insect level 1 with 200 attack and 700 defense, and its effect is, flip, excavate cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a spell or trap card. Add that card to your hand, also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. This is used well with the Lycanthrope deck that causes 200 damage for each normal monster in the graveyard, as well as set up your graveyard for other decks. The Beginning of the End is a normal spell card that says if there are 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 dark monsters from your graveyard, draw 3 cards. Meeting this condition can be difficult with a 30 deck limit, not worth running, or at most to run 1. Scanner is a light machine level 1 with question mark attack and defense, and its effect is, once per turn, you can select one of your opponent's monsters that is removed from play. Until the end phase, this card's name is treated as the selected monster's name, and this card has the same attribute, level, attack, and defense as the selected monster. If this card is removed from the field while this effect is applied, remove it from play. This card can become very strong if there is a banished monster with good stats. Raimei is a light thunder level 3 with 1400 attack and 1200 defense, and its effect is, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add one level 2 or lower light monster from your deck to your hand. This card can search out for another monster. Treaty of Uniform Nomenclature is a normal trap card that says, if you control 2 or more face-up monsters with the same name except tokens, apply this effect depending on how many you control. Exactly 2, destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. Exactly 3, destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. This card can get rid of back row, but you need at least 2 monsters with the same name. This card works with cards such as Bubonic Vermin that can summon additional versions of themselves. Little Chimera is a fire beast level 2 with 600 attack and 550 defense, and its effect is, all fire monsters on the field gain 500 attack, all water monsters on the field lose 400 attack. This can boost your fire types with the field spell of Molten Destruction by a total of 1000 attack. Moisture Creature is a light fairy level 9 with 2800 attack and 2900 defense, and its effect is, if you tribute summon this monster by tributing 3 monsters on the field, destroy all spell and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field. This can deal with back row cards, however you need your entire field full to use this effect. Inaba White Rabbit is an Earth Beast Spirit level 3 with 700 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is, this card cannot be normal summoned. This card returns to the owner's hand during the end phase of the turn that this card is normal summoned or flipped face up. This monster attacks your opponent's life points directly. This card can attack directly, which can finish off the opponent, or at least bring them down a bit easier. Magician Pikaru is a light spellcaster level 2 with 1200 attack and 0 defense, and its effect is, during your standby phase, increase your life points by 400 points for each monster on your side of the field. This can make you gain life points up to 1200 if you have a full field, but you'll need to protect this card. Ebon Magician Quran is a dark spellcaster level 2 with 1200 attack and 0 defense, and its effect is, during your standby phase, inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each monster they control. This can inflict a total of 900 damage if they have a full field. Chaos Zone is a field spell that says, each time a monster is banished, place 1 chaos counter on this card for each of those monsters. Once per turn, you can remove 4 or more chaos counters from your side of the field to target one banished monster with a level equal to the number of chaos counters removed. Special summon that target. When this card on the field is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can add 1 light or dark monster from your deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of chaos counters that were on this card. This works with a banished style deck, recovering a banished monster, and when destroyed, you can bring out a light or dark monster up to the number of counters on this card. Currently, there is no deck that works particularly well with. Whirlwind Weasel is a wind beast level 3 with 500 attack and 1500 defense, and its effect is, flip, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards for the rest of this turn. If you can protect this card and activate it during your turn, you can push for game without your opponent being able to respond. Pot of Benevolence is a normal spell card that says, select 2 cards from the graveyards and shuffle them into their owner's decks. After activation, remove this card from play instead of sending it to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 Pot of Benevolence per turn. This card can recover cards from the graveyard that you may be unable to recover from other ways. Gift of the Martyr is a normal spell card that says, send 1 monster on your side of the field to the graveyard, select 1 monster on your side of the field. The selected monster gains attack equal to the attack of the sent monster until the end of this turn. This is able to make your monster over 3000 if you have 2 level 4 monsters, but makes you lose field advantage. Generation Shift is a normal trap card that says, target 1 face-up monster you control, Destroy that target, then add one card with the same name as the destroyed card from your deck to your hand. This can force destruction, which can trigger their effect, and bring back a monster with the same name from your deck. Yugioh of Gaia is a continuous trap card that says gain 3000 life points. If this face-up card is removed from the field, take 3000 damage. This can make you gain 3000 life points, but when removed takes away those life points. So if you have to use them for anything, ensure you have enough life points to prevent yourself from being defeated by the loss of this card. Psychic Reactor is a normal trap card that says if you control a psychic type monster, apply this effect to all psychic type monsters you currently control for the rest of this turn. When a psychic type monster you control battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation, banish that psychic type monster, also banish that opponent's monster. This is able to cause your opponent's monsters to be banished, but it must banish your psychic monsters as well. Sky Star Ray is a winged sea serpent level 3 with 600 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is this card can attack your opponent directly. At the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked directly, banish this card until your next standby phase. This card can defeat your opponent if they have low life points, and can bring itself back during your next turn. Planet's Pathfinder is an Earth Machine level 4 with 1000 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is you contribute this card, add one field spell card from your deck to your hand. This can search out for one of your field spells. Lighten the Load is a continuous spell card that says once per turn you can add one level 7 or higher monster from your hand to your deck and shuffle it, then draw one card. This card is not worth running, as you won't be running more than 2 monsters that meet this condition anyway. Megaton Magical Cannon is a normal spell card that says remove 10 spell counters on your side of the field, destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. This can be difficult to get the counters, but can be enough to deal with all of your opponent's field. Okoichi, the Frightening Car, is a Dark Machine level 2 with 500 attack and 500 defense, and it's a normal monster. Don't use it, it has no use. Give and Take is a normal trap card that says special summon one monster from your graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense position, and increase the level of one monster you control by the level of the special summon monster until the end phase. This card has no use at the moment, as we do not have synchro monsters in the game. Exchange of Night and Day is a continuous trap card that says you can only use one Exchange of Night and Day effect per turn, and only once that turn. You can activate one of these effects. Send one Light Warrior type monster from your hand to the graveyard, then add one Dark Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand with the same level the sent monster had in your hand. Or send one Dark Warrior type monster from your hand to the graveyard, then add one Light Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand with the same level the sent monster had in your hand. This can set up your graveyard and search for either a Light or a Dark Warrior monster. Card of the Soul is a normal spell card that says look at your deck, and if you do, you can add one monster from your deck to your hand whose sum of attack and defense equals your life points. You can only activate one Card of the Soul per turn. This card lets you bring a monster whose stats reflect your life points. The problem being you have next to no control over this unless you activate it at the start of your turn. Ninja is a Light Warrior level 4 with 1500 attack and 800 defense, and its effect is flip, target one defense position monster on the field, destroy that target. This effect can be quite limited unless your opponent has a defensive monster as well as an attacking monster. Cosmic Compass is an Earth Machine level 1 with 100 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a number of Compass tokens, Machine type Earth level 1 with 0 attack and 0 defense, up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. This can bring out multiple tokens to be used for tribute. Raigeki Bottle is a continuous trap card that says each time a monster you control declares an attack, place one Thunder counter on this card. You can send this card with 4 or more Thunder counters to the graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This can destroy all of your opponent's monsters, but it relies on both you and your opponent making attacks, and you may draw into this too late for this to be used. Flame Armor Ninja is a Fire Warrior level 4 with 1700 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, when this card is summoned, you can target one ninja monster you control, increase its level by 1. The level adaptation has no place here, as we have no Xyz monsters in the game. Best case scenario, you can use this alongside the key skill Beatdown to have your monster gain an additional 300 attack points for the turn. Dicefoon is a quick play spell card that says roll a 6-sided die and apply the result. 2, 3 or 4, destroy one spell or trap card on the field. 5, destroy 2 spell or trap cards on the field. 1 or 6, you take 1000 damage. This card has the most chance of destroying a back row card, with the ability to destroy up to 2 cards, but then again, you always risk losing that 1000 point. Ninjutsu Art of Duplication is a continuous trap card that says tribute one ninja monster, special summon any number of ninja monsters from your deck in face-up attack position or face-down defense position, with combined levels less than or equal to the level of the tributed monster. When this card leaves the field, destroy those monsters. This is able to bring out a number of ninjas up to the level of the monster you get. Turnabout is a normal trap card that says, if there is a face-up monster on the field whose current level is different from its original level, change all monsters on the field to face-down defense position. This effect is unlikely to be used as level manipulation, is not currently useful at the moment. The final card is Ime Ruka. This is a Water Sea Serpent, level 2, with 1000 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, when this card on the field is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, and sent to the graveyard, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Then, if it was a water monster, draw 1 card. This card is able to set up your graveyard and provide you with an additional draw. What do you think of these cards? Will you be adding any of these cards to your decks, or are these too minimal and specific to be of any benefit? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
Some things will never change.